I've known about Vincent Chin for half my life. The Academy Award nominated Who Killed Vincent Chin documentary came out when I was in college. So I was aware of who he was because of that documentary. I'm an Asian American Gen Xer. I'm 52. So our generation knew who he was because he was killed in 1982. And, I was, I think, 13, 12 or 13 at the time. And so we kind of knew who he was. I thought about him in 1993 when I was offered a job to write for the Detroit News. And the first thought that came into my head was, oh, but what about Vincent Chin? And that's what all my Asian American journalist friends said too. They said, Detroit News, that's a great job. But ooh, that's where Vincent Chin was killed. Is it safe for you? It's been barely a decade since he's been killed. We're still kind of going through a recession, still a lot of anti-Asian sentiment. But I ended up going to Detroit. And I do want to say right away, I met my future husband and my long life best friends, including Greg, who did my website in Detroit. So moving to Detroit was the best decision I ever did in my life. Love Detroit. We go back all the time. So that's how I knew about Vincent. And then I just went on with my life. And when I got into screenwriting, every now and then I would go, oh, I want to write my Oscar winning feature screenplay about Vincent Chin. But the more and every now and then, whenever I have free time, I'd say in the past decade or so, I do a little bit of research. And every time I did research, I was like, "Ooh, this is a huge story. I don't know how anyone could actually do a feature because you're gonna have to cut a lot out. There's a lot. It's a very complicated, nuanced court trial case." So, kind of put it aside. And then in 2018, before I was starting my new job as a TV producer for a freeform show, I had a couple of months off. So I was like, oh, I'm going to work on a passion project. And my book agent said, what are you going to work on? And I said, I'm going to pull out the Vincent Chin thing again, because at the time we were starting to notice more and more anti-Asian racism happening between 2016 and 2018. And it was starting to worry us a little bit. So that's what also inspired me. I think the timing is right for a Vincent Chin movie. And my book agent said, Trisha Lawrence of the Aaron Murphy Literary Agency, she said, this should be a young adult narrative nonfiction book like the 57 Bus. This is an incredible story. And then that's when I thought, going back to when I was growing up as a kid with no Asian representation and how I started drawing pictures of myself as a child with blonde hair, I realized, yeah, this should be a book. We need to teach this in schools. So I pitched it in a book proposal and it sold to Norton in 2018. And then I wrote it.
This author interview was produced through a partnership of the National Education Association and WETA. For more author interviews, please visit adlit.org.